Alright. Time for the second difficulty of the inverted Manse. Rogue. Steals the manful's gold lumps, rocks of earth. Steals the manful's stones of glitter shines. Takes earthly good treasures from the woodsy lord. And waits the woodsy lord for the manfuls to rest quiet, still, alone, till he casts its treasures in their eyes and ears, and she sings resurrection.
After obtaining the Spirit Stone from the hideout of the Resurrection, the Keepers naturally want the stone back for safeguarding. But after the ordeal I had to go through to get it, I'd like to find out more about this little artifact and why the Keepers are so interested in it. Unlike the Sword of St. Edgar, which was blessed by a Hammerite saint, the Spirit Stone isn't even of Hammer origin at all. Sources tell me it was discovered in some old tunnels beneath the foundations of a Hammerite factory in some kind of ancient pagan manse. Typical of the Hammers to cover up something like this. Shortly after its discovery, the stone was shipped to a cathedral across town, and there it sat, just waiting for the Resurrection to come and steal it. Shortly after that, the factory itself was abandoned to some kind of a disaster, and I'm willing to bet the entire place is haunted. Hopefully, whatever got the Hammers won't get me while I'm down there. Fortunately, the town nearby is still active. An associate of mine works there and tells me the local weapons dealer is reputed to have some of the best weapons around. I'm probably going to need them. But I don't think a few zombies will be anything that I can't handle.
The inverted Manse, difficulty rogue. Rumor has it that undead were involved in the disaster at the factory, so you'll probably want to approach cautiously. Make your way to the power factory by following the creek that runs behind and adjacent to it. Once inside, your first task will be to get to the underground tunnels which lead to the Manse. Your primary reason for making the journey is to find out the origins and powers of the Spirit Stone. Although the early pagans used a dialect quite different from the modern tongue, you could easily find scholars to help you translate one of their texts. The Spirit Stone supposedly has some great significance, and will undoubtedly appear in their writings. Find a book of their earth magic and steal it. Information gathered from the only two survivors of the first Hammerite party, and from pagan scholars, have claimed that, according to legend, the Spirit Stone has 3 sister gems buried, somewhere, undoubtedly close to where the Spirit Stone was kept. They're bound to demand a large price. The 3 gems should guarantee you a pretty penny, but only a fool would stop there. Rob the dead for at least 17 in loot. Rob the dead for at least 1,700 in loot. Stealing is right and good, but it won't do you any good if your corpse is rotting inside the tunnels. Once you've gotten what you came for, make your way back outside. I think I'm good for the mission. Okay, different starting position. An angel. What would that be doing in a Hammerite area? pilfered. See to it that you begin scrubbing the walls this week to get off some of that mildew. While the temple itself is clean enough, the tunnels leading to the plant have gone far too long without notice. They're filthy. Also, when you can get some of the workers out to help you, see to it that that heretical statue is removed from the back entrance. We've already lost 3 local members this past month to that vile Karis and his insanities, and we don't want to go encouraging anyone else. Our numbers run thin enough as it is. I almost feel guilty as the hammer craftsman worked hard on it, but if the false prophet has adopted such symbols as his own, by the builder I want nothing to do with them. Remove it quickly but subtly. Replace it with something else. So in this imagining, the Mechanist Angel was originally a thief. I wasn't thinking clearly. The Mechanist Angel symbol was originally a Hammerite icon, but it was appropriated by Karis. Makes sense, since a lot of Karis's stuff is not actually original to him and his order, like the masks. That's that. I don't believe the makeshift morgue is accessible in this. But it's not important because the gauntlet which we got from the previous difficulty is not in that mission. Again, that switch turns on the lights, but that wouldn't be a good thing. Sir, I'm worried since the furnishing of the cathedral here. I was under the impression that the pews were to remain in the main hall. I know you spoke briefly before about the meditation on the great builder's wisdom in the Hall of Echoes, but I did not expect the chapel upstairs to be so small. It is true that some of the workers here are not of the one faith, but I do not think we are helping things any by confining the place of tenant study to the 3rd floor. I know the intentions of our benefactors was to build a shrine rather than a cathedral, but I am of the opinion that we should do something to encourage attendance at the weekly sermons. Sincerely, Acolyte Ebrius. Now, we're in the church again. Like the previous difficulty, but the upper levels are inaccessible, so we'll just ignore it. So anyway, let's go to the factory. There's nothing more to do here. Anti-mechanist Hammerite prototype weapons research facility, authorized personnel only. Again, this safe You have to play through all 3 difficulties to figure out what the code is. Didn't actually use what's up here, but whatever, I'll get them anyway. By that I meant I didn't use them in the last difficulty. Bifford, I realize you are new on the job, so I will be lenient on you for this recent incident. For your family's well-being, if not for yours. But for the biller's sake, no more dripping tar into the merchant's daughter's hair. I know she is but a horn-nosed wench. But we only get supplies from town but so often. And we do not want to aggravate our only lifeline. As a matter of fact, see to it that all that tar is destroyed. We're now using the most recent concoction as our means of defense. Keep it stored. We do not want that accidentally dropping on anyone. And make sure you pull up the rope once you're in position. There's always someone on duty, so there's no need to leave it dangling about. The last thing we want is for some ruffian to get a hold of one of those bombs. Drexel. Now this is the tunnel that we accessed in the previous difficulty. Uh-oh, he saw me. Whatever. Anyway, this is the tunnel that we previously accessed when we were dropped into this part of the township. Not only do objectives and various details change, where you start also changes with each difficulty. Now before, we swam through a grate. We swam through an open an open door down there to get into the factory, but it's closed this time. So we have to find another way in. Probably being a fool thinking I can pick that door, but who knows? Again, a few details change with each difficulty. Oh yeah. Right. Alright, we're at the main power plant. Let's turn the power back on. Okay, power's back on. Let's keep going. Henry, see to it that the stone is shipped out as soon as possible. The Cardinals are anxious to have a look at it. Remember, there's to be no mention of what those crazy fools who came back said. We're shipping out another party to be down there tomorrow to deal with whatever it is that they found, and look to see if anyone's still alive. So keep it quiet. Ship it out first thing. Worry about cleaning up the smelters once you've taken care of this first. Maxis. That. Now, I mentioned in the last difficulty that this can be used as a trap. I don't believe this turns it off, or does it? Oh yeah, it does. You can use it as a trap to damage some enemies, which I believe are in... No, not in this difficulty. Whatever. We could originally go back there into the room with that note from Maxis, but not here. Warning. Contents under pressure. Shut off steam valve before proceeding. Again, that guy on the spit seemed pretty undignified for him to keep hanging there, so I destroyed his body. This is boring, but I'm gonna wait for the guy to come back to take him down. Sounds like he's coming right now. And that's that. That vision from the previous difficulty is not there. There's the elevator, but no reason to trust it any more than the last difficulty. And boom goes the dynamite. Maxis Hearthstone, factory superintendent. The door is sealed shut, but... And there he is. No need to worry about the weapon. I already sent it to the brothers' quarters, so they could put it with their gear. There's no need for threats. It will be safe. I just worry for their lives. Is there a key? Yes, his key's still here. Well, this is the first day of work. The plant has been producing power for almost a month, but I'm finally there. This should prove interesting. I believe in the builder, sure enough, but never thought I'd be working for the hammers. Those construction workers are odd. Seem to be building things in a strange sequence. Of course, since we're most interested in making a profit, the functional areas have to come first. The generator room is done. The windmills are done. The workers' quarters have been built. But architecturally, there's still a lot that needs to be finished. Construction of the West Wing is still at a standstill. Suppose we don't have a dining hall for a while longer. Ah well. As long as the money's still flowing, I suppose we don't need the comforts. First priority, it seems, is to extend some of the basement mines to allow room for more coal fuel powered furnaces and generators. I received a rather curious note today. There's a section in the basement that's been open to some kind of old tunnel system. Why wasn't I told of this before? Suppose I should visit the lower depths of the factory more often. Of course, I don't want to associate myself with the grunts too often. It's only been a week since I received that note, and already I'm hearing strange reports from the watch guards in the basement. Clemens thinks it's a good idea to watch the open. Well, if he really thinks spiders are a problem, more power to him. There are rumors amiss of ghosts coming up from the basement, whispers and whatnot. Apparently, there's some talk of happenings past. Some of the older hammers are talking about bewitching things and undead. Do they really believe in that crap? Nothing like old caves to scare folk, I guess. Some of the old workers are even talking about the cave where the earth grows, and the entrance to the temple of the room of doors, and other nonsense. Ridiculous, all of it. I'm trying to do my job, but all I hear is tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. We got a letter from some of the high-ranking Hammerite clergy today. There's a lot of interest in those tunnels, and some of our scouts report that they go deep. I'm gonna allow them to continue to send a man in occasionally to check them out. Who knows? There might be some untapped gold resources down there or something. The old hammers certainly seem convinced of it. This is getting ridiculous. The watch guards are now all superstitious, even the ones above ground. What is this talk of undead? To make matters worse, one of the guys who went in there last time not only heard whispers, he said he saw some pagan imagery. Not ghosts, not pagans. Pagan ghosts. Everyone's in a hissy fit. There's talk of sending an official party down there. The church is of the position that there may be some kind of gems down there. I don't know the details. They never tell me anything, but I don't like it. There's nothing down there but rotten earth. It's official. The party's to gather together and leave tomorrow to explore whatever they can down there. I'm sending Baxter in there. He's an experienced soldier. If there's any wealth down there, I'm sure he'll find it. Oh my God. Builder. 2 of the men returned. The rest are dead. My hands shake as I write this. They were spattered in blood. I had to act quickly with Clemens and send them on a train down to Dayport to the healing cathedral down there. Don't know what's down there, but all but 2 of the men are dead. Their faces ghastly white. One of them gripped a red stone in his hand like grim death, claiming he had found the source of the evil. I'll send off the stone to the city hammers, where they can watch it. No one must know of this. The party is still officially missing. Oh no. The missing report just spurred more interest. My worst fears realize that they want to send in another party. Must prepare them. I can't let anyone know what happened. There may be some truth to the rumor. Even Drexel, my close associate, doesn't know the whole story. I just want to live and work. Why did this have to happen? Please, Builder, let them return safely. Go and unlock the factory doors. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone heard me. Whatever. I'll go and unlock the factory doors and deal with whatever that is. Oh, good. Ah, okay. Oh, these guys again. Alright. Get that mud arrow again. No, I don't think I used it. Uh-oh. Guy's looking for me. Oh, well, he's laughing it up. I'll see if I can do something else. Night shift. Watchman Baxter. Bifford. Goins. Maintenance. Jingervan. Halford. Active duty supervisor Drexel. Drexel. See to it that the stone is shipped out as soon as possible. The Cardinals are anxious to have a look at it, but remember, there's to be no mention of what those crazy fools who came back said. We're shipping out another party down there tomorrow to deal with whatever it is they found, and look to see if anyone is still alive, so keep it quiet. Ship it out first thing. Worry about cleaning up the smelters once you've taken care of this first, Maxis. I could almost swear I read that before. Oh. Uh-oh. Didn't see him there from... think this was open before, but can't be bothered to remember. I think I saw some, oh shit. I think I saw some handwrites from like a vision, but they didn't really do anything. Whatever. Sit down and shut up. Whatever. Closed for construction. Again, nothing in here. Supposed to be the elevator shaft, but again, the elevator's broken, so who gives a care? Now, there's that jump scare from the first part, but there's a difference. I mean, I thought there was a difference before. Huh. Well, anyway, another hint for that vault. Ah, yes, a beautiful room. Beautiful, Jenkervan says. A nice room, clean. That's the way to set it up, the trap. But why mutter about meaningless gadgetry and receptrons when I can sit alone in this room, in the dark? I like this. I think my password shall start with the same letter as one of the objects in this room. A bucket, another bucket, a broom. I don't have any idea what he could be saying. Yuck. Yeah, I thought there would be a jump scare here, but I guess not. And this again. Builder, save me. I can hear the walls beginning to cry. What are those awful moans? I hear screams from the depths. Whatever the horrors Rothgar and Bale spoke of are coming back. I knew we shouldn't have stayed. How foolish it was of me to stand by Henry. He's my husband, but I must think of my child. Timmy is just a boy. I cannot imagine how scared he must be. My very bones are shaking. Whatever came from below is now all around us. The men are gathering their hammers, not for work, but to defend themselves. He told me to stay here, but how can I? I can hear the sounds of something coming. Builder, I can hear them screaming. How much longer must we endure this? I push the desk in the way. I hope it will hold. What are we going to do? We're all alone. I'm crying and there's no one here. My God, what is that pounding on the door? Please hold. Someone save us. Timmy's in the closet, hidden from the monsters. If someone reads this, no matter what happens to me, please save poor Timmy. Of course, I'll be sure to save him, even though this is years later. Oh, what a shock. Okay, that's that. I'm walled in here. They pound at the door, they pound, they hit. I'm alone. biting nails. Why can't someone help me, please, Builder? Not now. Help me. Help. Help me. Help. Help me. Help me. And the workers' quarters. Something here of interest. Here's the sacred gauntlet. Again, as I said before, it's pretty pathetic against zombies and apparitions, but it works wonders against haunts. Stay with you. Being here is too much for me to bear. I know I want to be a good woman and a good wife, but I cannot stay in this place another night. I know you always tell me I have an overactive imagination, but my feelings are real. I've been having the same dream over and over for weeks now. I picture the same figures, worshipping in some unholy church, building a graveyard for the living. They smile at me through rotted lips, showing brown teeth as they reach out and devour me. Their screams, Johann. I hear them in the night as I drift awake, while you snore beside me, calling me. For a long time I didn't know if they were just in my head, but now I know. There's something horrible down there in the tunnels. They should have stopped building the moment they uncovered them, sealed the place off, but they let it go. Raen was telling me the other day how one of the scout mappers down there just disappeared without a trace. It's unnatural. How come you never spoke of such a thing? I cannot imagine residing here while that aura creeps up from below. If you have any heart left in you, Johann, come find me. I have the horrible feeling that something awful is about to happen in this place. Do not stay, for the love of the Builder, for the love of me. Love always, Mira. Going into the basement. Area closed for construction. Beware dynamite. Let me get rid of the, I guess there's a haunt down here. No.
Quietly. I hear something.
No, no one's down here. For some reason that doesn't open. Oh wait, yeah, it does. Whatever. Keep going. I mean, it's just one explosive arrow, no dynamite, but I'll take it. Hey, Chief. Any word on the new security system yet? We're supposed to get the password as soon as the system is ready. But that damn maintenance fellow Jingervan is keeping everything to himself. He keeps muttering about it, trying to tweak and fix every detail. he said he'd speak to you. When I asked him what he was going to use as the passcode, he said, "I'll keep the wolves at bay," when you add a wolf's to it, whatever that means. Anyway, we're gonna have to open up that area for storage, so let me know if he talks to you. Mr. Clements, I'm not sure if you've been reading the security reports filed by your Hammerite brothers, but the ones that have been coming in of late have been ludicrous. I understand there was some speculation and hearsay when those tunnels were discovered, but things have gotten extraordinarily out of hand. I was a young chap once too, full of piss and vinegar and ready to exchange ghost stories of the old quarter and the like with my comrades, but I think this lot takes it too far. The reason we assign watchmen is to make sure none of those dreaded sewer spiders get into the factory and breed, or worse, if the tunnels somehow connect to the outside, to let in some rogue abandoned in the night. We really have no idea what's down there, but I can assure you that these supposed ideas circulating around simply are not true. There's not been a certified ghost sighting by a hammer since the dawn of the Metal Age, and I believe this is for a reason. We're in times when such fairy tales are forgotten. Loud banging, moaning whispers. Either you've hired a crazy lot, or the gods have imbibed too much wine. Either way, you're not doing your job. We've just gotten word that you're to organize an official search party to go down there. No scouting this time. This is the real thing. Arm them to prepare for any resistance from those dreaded spiders or burricks. They can get big when they can breed in isolation, but this should put an end to this ridiculous undead nonsense. In the meantime, try to keep everyone under control and away from the wine and shrooms of Cardinal L.
This looks like the way in.
Yes, it is, but getting in is only part of the battle. Now, there were a bunch of zombies in the previous difficulty, but I believe they're haunts now. Like I said, against haunts, the gauntlet really shines. Now, if you saw the previous video that I did, you didn't, but just pretend you did for the sake of argument. This part was blocked with rocks. But now, let's look and see what's different. And what's beyond it. I believe two undead priests up there, so deal with this. Oops, sorry. Jesus. Anyway, whatever. I'll do better this time. I'm sorry. That's the way I went before. Oh well. Get that stupid spider, which takes way too much damage to not be annoying. Ah, good. Good. Red like hacked fleshes of the forests. Guards forever waste the stone that stands reds and pures and life givers to us like the woodsy lord. Beside the main chapel, but sounds like someone's coming. Just act like no need to worry. But someone else might be coming. Let's see. This guy sounds serious. Headless guy, but his head was floating over him. Creepy. Let's keep going. Priest's room? I mean, I might assume. We're on a good way to the loot goal. Now, an empty vial. This is going to help us in the future. That's the fate of some of the Hammerite party that ventured down here. Poor fools. A super healing potion. Let's keep going. Now, this is a font. Maybe of something. I'd normally say it's for holy water, but maybe it's for something else. Let's see. And a vial of unholy fluid. What could it be for? Well, we'll see. Okay, we're in the library of the Manse. Who knows? Oh, Cthulhu statue. Good. Anyway, what kind of literature would they be reading? The philosophy of Sung and the poetry of Kitai. By the way, that's a reference to Conan the Barbarian. If you didn't know. I mean, you probably already did, but whatever. Apparently that zombie took exception to being robbed. Uh-oh. Someone hurt me. Letter to Baxter. Baxter, as the longest-standing warrior of the area, I expect you to maintain order within the group. I trust your actions will remain sincere. Excuse me. Will remain sincere and in the best interests of your superiors and of the builder. The factory we're building is costing quite a penny, and we need to find out what it is exactly that lies below. And if we need to take any action, although some of the men have complained to have heard things resounding from the caves, and the builder knows what some of our scouts have had quite a few wild tales, I can assure you that whatever is down there is dead. Your mission is to find out what type of place it once was, and protect your brothers if need be from spiders and the like. Some of the scouts have reported references to some kind of enigmas, or perhaps some kind of treasure site. If there is any gold down there, it is of course in our best interest for you to bring it back. If there are any idols to any of the false gods, you should of course destroy them utterly. We're counting on you, Baxter. Clemens. The Cardinals have asked me to keep a going record of our journey into the depths of these caves. I write this at the start. My brothers are preparing hammers in hand to guide us through these depths. The others who have been here have reported rather frightening things. But I will not be afraid. I am the senior member here, the only official member of the clergy, and I shall help to guide us through to the light. Ah, my brothers come. Only an hour into the journey, and already this has become a horrid and frightful place. These caves are seemingly deserted, but we have oft heard strange sounds, such as laughter or whispers. Strange glows emanate from odd fungi on the ground, lighting our path. I am beginning to feel rather claustrophobic, but we haven't found anything yet. as we're proceeding very cautiously. The entire west route seems to have been carved out of natural material. Stone of some sort, but there are traces of bark and rot everywhere. Oh, how detestable in the eyes of the builder. There are statues here, made of a similar material to our own, but older. There are laughing faces here. Are these their death gods? Horrendous. We shall have to tear it down. All of it. I believe it is probably nightfall by now above, and what tales we will have. As reported, there is some kind of structure down here, some kind of church. We've had to go through an underground type of forest to get here, a testimony to the trickster's power. For what can grow in these infernal caves with no light? But we daren't go inside yet. Darren wants to make camp and rest for another hour or two before going on. Baxter has gone stark raving mad on us. We were resting our eyes back in the caves when he suddenly woke up screaming, complaining of some awful nightmare. He staunchly refuses to go into the church. I right now as my brothers scream at him. Baxter refused to come with us, but we proceeded inside the church anyway. It appeared deserted, but there were again odd sounds. I almost dismissed it as nothing, but the others seemed to hear it too. Perhaps this place is haunted after all. But oh well, the dead cannot hurt us, only help us. In the center of the church we found a huge glowing red stone, looking to be magical. What a fair price this shall fetch. And how nice it will be when Baxter's cowardice is shown to be to my gain. Well, unfortunately, my brothers are now dead set on exploring the other direction of the caves, even though more treasure probably lies further in. Cowards! Whatever evil is in there must be destroyed, but even though I am senior member, I must follow the majority. I do not wish to be left alone in such a place. My hand is unsteady as we walk. We now head east, into some other caves. There is a shrine here, more statues to older dead gods. Again, horrible. The rot is set in here. Much like the forest of before vegetation grows here, though how I do not know. But one thing is clear, this place is alive. The sounds of the caves are loud, as if things are closing in on us. My brethren are not holding up so well. I think they are scared. Builder, guide me through this. The sounds grow closer by the minute. We have stopped in a clear area to rest. My brothers sense imminent danger ahead. Our journey can be measured in hours. Less than a day certainly, and it may be at a halt. I have spent more time riding than walking. The sound closes in. What is this? My brothers are squabbling again. There is some noise close by, for surely my eyes deceive me. That was clumsy. I'm sorry. I believe this is where I died before. Where there were, undead priests patrolling. Okay, that takes care of them. That just leads back up to the caves from before. But I got something out of it, so whatever. Alright. After all that screwing around, uh-oh. Wait for him to turn around. And there you go. That's how well it works on haunts. Catch them by surprise, one-hit kill. Now we gotta open this door. But we gotta get past some challenges to do it. There's this one. Bluesy stone of magic's past, rest far away from out of grasp. No walking forward, not breaking step, or falsy manfuls to their death. So now we have an Indiana Jones style leap of faith thing. Yeah, that's fine. Oops, shit. Sorry. Okay. Now we got the, the Mind Stone, I believe. One of three of the stone, well, three of the objective stones. I mean, we have the Spirit Stone already. And I believe the Spirit Guardian was that headless whatever it was that attacked us. But anyway, now we have two of the four stones. Let's go here. Fears the light, does the stone of night. It rests not upon its claw, but within the maw of darkness, eternal. I think this is the first time I've used wind arrows, but yeah, knocks out flames as it goes past. All right. We got the void stone. And I guess I'll show off what's in there if you don't do it properly. Okay. I haven't used these, so I might as well. Okay, that takes care of them. There's just one more for us to meet the objective. Oh. Skin of man, skin of beast, the gem of woodsy skin shall burn and sear your pustulant boils. Fearing not the caress of the bottomless boils of crumpling man-food fleshes, till baptized in the boiling arms of woodsy magics. What could that mean? Use the rest of these bombs. That's one of them. Hey, you. And that's that. Let's fulfill the objective. Inverted hammer here. Something unholy. Since we have a container of unholy fluid, use it on the stone. By the way, if you don't, it'll burn you to death. Alright.
Right, that's the last one.
Alright. Now we got... Somewhere close by you hear a door opening. Now, what do you want to bet that door that opened was the one that we saw before? Okay. Now, over there's an altar in this creepy temple, or shrine, that has a book on it. This time, though, we can go around the river of lava. We've got the Book of the Awakened. Now let's get out of here.
The book I managed to get my hands on seems to be pretty important, the way the undead were guarding it. It should be just the key to finding out more about the history of this stone, once I get it translated. Getting my hands on it was a lot more trouble than I expected. and I'm hoping this will be the end of my little quest. The last thing I want to do is wander through more dark caverns full of haunts and zombies. Now that I'm back on the surface, it's time to get out of this hellhole and get in touch with somebody who can make sense of this tome.
Okay. That's Rogue. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll join me for the third and final difficulty, which is Warrior. See you then.